Welcome back to another Loot From video. This time we'll be hunting down mossy keys in the hopes of getting the Bryo essence. You get this by killing the moss giant boss called Bryophyta in the Edgefield sewers at a drop rate of 1 in 118, hence why this video will be a loot from 118 keys. 1 key equals 1 kill. We're going to test out our luck and see if we get it on rate. You've probably heard about few streamers such as Only Trails and Runescape going incredibly dry for this item, so it's very possible that we do too. I'll be using a prayer gear setup so I can AFK using the bone crusher to take advantage of the prayer point rejuvenation in the catacombs. A berserker ring would be better, but I haven't got mine back yet, and moss giants aren't that tanky, so it'll be fine. I decided to do this in the catacombs for the ancient shard and totem piece drops as well. I will also be doing the beginner clue scrolls. I'm not sure if I'll do every single one, but I'll be trying my best. I'll be tracking how many kills I do via the bone crusher charges, as the loot track can become inaccurate sometimes with the blank drops. My inventory setup will look like this. I won't need many supplies to kill moss giants, so I'll be keeping all of the Charlie the Tramp step items in my inventory for faster completions, as well as runes for teleports, skull scepter for fast access to fishing pike and trout, chronicle for visiting Charlie multiple times, and of course the Seric's talisman to getting back to the catacombs. I can't wait to see what the loot tracker is going to look like at the end of this grind. Hopefully I won't go too dry on keys, and I should get a nice amount of seeds and herbs too. I won't bore you with the hundreds of hours of me collecting the keys, so I'll see you when I have collected all of the keys. And that is the last mossy key that we need. That took forever, but I kind of expected it to. Let's check out the loot we got before we go and do our Bryo kills. I made a couple of changes to my inventory during the grind. I added the herb sack and the soul bearer so I could collect the herbs and the heads. Oh, and a spade. Rookie clue scroll mistake. Turns out I never needed the axe. Not sure why that was listed on the wiki. I collected the first 40 mossy keys in the catacombs, and then I decided in order to speed up the grind to move to the Varrock's sewers to use my cannonballs. I did manage to collect 7 full totems for Skatizo, which I was happy with, and 24 ancient shards. We killed a total of 17,839 moss giants for the 111 keys. You're probably wondering why I only collected 111. Well, Bryophyta has a 1 in 16 chance of dropping a key, so I should get at least 6 during the grind. If I fall short, well, I'll just go smash out a couple more moss giants. Now for the loot. I'll put the loot tracker up on screen. I'm honestly amazed at the amount of Renar seeds I got. We got 193 of them, which is just incredible, especially on an Ironman. I'm pretty sure we got quite lucky on them too. The drop rate is 1 in 98.6, so we got 13 extra seeds. Don't mind if I do. If you were thinking of grinding out the Bryo stuff on your iron, the seeds are a nice perk for sure. I only picked up the high tier seeds, such as the Renars, Snapdragons and Toadstools, as well as the grimy herbs. I also got a shit ton of ensouled heads, worth a massive 467,350 XP, so I would definitely be using those. As for the other loot you see, such as runes, I was kinda lazy on picking them up, but they do add up nicely. Now for the clue scrolls. They are a 1 in 45 drop rate, and we got 394 of them. I have to be totally honest, I told myself I was going to do better than I did with them. I managed to motivate myself to do 200 caskets, then well, I lost the motivation. But I'm definitely going to do the 118 that I get from Bryo, and open them for you at the end of the video. The other interesting items I got were the 40 long bones, 1 curved bone, and 2 champion scrolls. I'm actually pretty happy about the long and curved bones, some pretty sweet construction XP, just from doing something combat related. I would say, if you were thinking of going for the Bryo stuff on your iron, you do get some nice drops, but I definitely would recommend getting the keys and doing Bryo as you go, instead of stocking them up. Definitely not worth grinding out extra keys in relation to the loot's moss giants drop. Enough rambling. Let's go get our first KC. I've never been to Bryo before, or done a kill on another account, so this is all new, but I don't think it will be too difficult, as it's a free to play boss. I'm just going with the best melee setup I have, with a couple of food and the items I might need for beginner clues. The 3 items I need to make sure I remember is the key, an axe and an anti-poison, so make sure you remember those. Although if you forget an axe, you can get a bronze axe inside. This is a warning that it isn't instant, so if you die, your stuff will be moved to the death storage, and you will have to pay a fee to get it back. Right then, let's go give this a shot. Would you like to continue? Yes. I think something's supposed to spawn. Okay, this isn't too difficult. I'm making it look way harder than it needs to be. Okay, so she just hit a little bit. Oh, they spawned again. Okay, it's so much easier with auto retaliate off. Lacey number 1 for 10k GP. I will be completing the beginner clues. So let's go smash out these keys. Let's talk some more about Bryophyta. She was released into the game in May 2018 as the second free-to-play boss after Obor, the hill giant boss. She is located in the Varrock sewers through an agility shortcut which requires 51 agility, found in the Edgefield dungeon by Vanica the Slayer Master. However, in free-to-play, you need a knife or slash weapon to reach her through the sewers. Her max set is 16 and sits at a comfortable 128 combat level with 115 hit points. Bryo has a decently sized drop table for both free-to-play and pay-to-play players. Of course, with the most valuable drop, the Bryophyta's essence. The essence is used with the battle staff, requiring 62 crafting to create the Bryophyta's staff. The staff can be charged with up to 1000 nature runes, and when used, gives a 1 in 15 chance of not consuming any runes. It's mostly used with the Tome of Fire for high alchemy. The staff is also importantly a master clue requirement, which can be considered one of the most tedious items to obtain if you go dry on an Ironman. The rest of Bryophyta's drop table is pretty standard, including adamant and runite items, runes, herbs, seeds, and other miscellaneous items. However, the drop table for free-to-play players is much smaller, which I'll put up on screen now. Although less drops are available, it does take away much of the less valuable drops, such as the low-level seeds and herbs, giving you more of a chance to get some of the higher value items, such as the runite items, which for free-to-play are quite high value. Oh, I almost forgot. Bryophyta also always drops big bones and a beginner clue scroll. Beginner clue scrolls are also available in free-to-play, and you can get some decent unique items from them. The most expensive being the shoulder parrot, currently sitting at 403k, which would be a nice boost towards a bond if you are in free-to-play. Finally, for anyone who enjoys science, Bryophyta is actually the scientific name for moss, so clever one there, Jagex. Now, let's finish up the kills. We got it! Yes! 79kc. I'm so happy. Shall we see if we can get another one? Okay, this is the final kill for 10k and a Mossy key. Let's go check out our loot. One thing I do know is I got more Mossy key drops from Bryo than I needed, so we did have a spare one, now we've got a spare two, which I'll probably still use them up for the high scores later. First of all, I'm so happy that I actually got the essence. Doing Bryo definitely wasn't the most fun thing to do. Maybe because I did it in one go instead of as I got the keys. But I think a 79kc drop is pretty decent. Not too spooned and not too dry. Let's make it, shall we? I believe I just have to use the essence on the battle staff. There we go, Bryophyta's staff. Very nice. That also means I can now do the master clue step that requires it. Well, once I do the quest, that is. Anyways, the other loots were surprisingly okay for it being an easy boss and also free to play. I put all the loots that I picked up in my inventory, and on the left you can see everything I got on the loot tracker. Honestly, the seeds and herbs were pretty bad, so I left them on the ground. The total loot being 8.5 mil, or 2.1 mil without the essence, which averages around 17.9k GP per kill. When it's broken down like that, it's pretty bad, but then again, free-to-play methods are slow GP per hour. I would say though, if you were a free-to-play player and training on Moss Giants anyways, the keys are a very nice extra loot potential for earning your first bond, and for collecting the harder to obtain runes such as Lore, Nature and Cosmics. Now let's get into the beginner clue scroll caskets. They will also add some nice value to your loot. I committed to it and did every beginner clue from Bryo, so we have 118 caskets to open. If we peek into the collection log, you will see that I have done 0 beginner clues, so every unique will be new, which is exciting. It is around 1 unique every 12 clue scrolls, so I'm hoping we can get maybe at least 4, I'd be happy with that. Let's open them up. Oh, there's our first unique. Runescape Ornament Kit, Saradomin. The average loot you get are definitely quite underwhelming. Oh, there we go, sandwich laid bottoms. 2 uniques already, that's pretty good. Oh, there we go, number 3, Jester Cape. I was hoping for 4 uniques, but we're doing well so far. Oh yes, Shoulder Parrot. As you can see, that's the most expensive one. And it's also a pretty good fashion scape too. Oh, there's our first duplicate, Sandwich Lady Bottoms. Oh, that's unique number 5. Already beating my expectations. Oh, wow, that's unique number 6. I think we're getting pretty lucky here. Oh, 7. Wow, how are we getting this many uniques? Can we complete him? I don't think so. That would be pretty cool. Oh, there's another duplicate. Can we clutch maybe 1 more unique? I'm being a bit greedy. Oh, there's another duplicate. They're coming in thick and fast now. Oh, yes! Oh, the mole slippers. They're my favourite. So cute. Right, let's open the last 8. I won't expect any more uniques. Wait, did we get all 3? I have to check that out once I open these last 4. Last one? No. Let's check out the collection log and see how many uniques we got. I'm actually incredibly impressed. Let's take a look. Wow, we actually got 10 out of 16 uniques. That has to be pretty lucky, right? I'll put up the loot tracker for anyone interested. The normal loots are, well, pretty bad in themselves. Beginner clues are pretty much all about the uniques. I really hope you enjoyed seeing my loot from 118 Mossy keys. I think overall it was a pretty successful grind. We obtained the staff and completed 10 out of 16 collection log slots. I'd really appreciate it if you would drop this video a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. This video took a really long time to make, so I would appreciate it greatly. If you have any loot from video suggestions, comment them down below, and feel free to check out my Impling Only Ultimate Ironman series and my merch store in the description. Happy New Year everyone! I hope to see you next time. I'm now going to go and show off my new fashionscape.